Greetings my Oasis goodies, it's me Ningelic and welcome back to my channel. As the title reads, today I will be talking about my favorite group ever, Itzy, as I will be ranking their albums from my least favorite to favorite. Before this video starts, this is my opinion. I'm not forcing you to agree with me, because at the end of the day, the opinion of some random K-tuber on the internet doesn't matter. Me saying I don't like one song isn't going to keep you up at night because it's not important. So, with that out of the way, let's get going.
3, 6, 5, not thinking about ya.
Apart from Sneakers, I was really disappointed when listening to this release from them. Checkmate is probably the first ever Itzy album I have avoided, because I was left feeling underwhelmed and wanting so much more. One thing you can count on when it comes to Itzy, is that if they have a title track deemed as really poor by others, their B-sides make up for it. But in this case, the B-sides felt really unpolished, messy and all over the place. The songs were either too in your face, or just confusing to listen to because I didn't really get what they were going for. I still don't understand the marketing and concept for this album, but that's for another time. Overall, the title track is decent, but the album itself was a little bit of a disappointment. The next album is Not Shy. The reason I have placed it so low, similar to Checkmate, is for the same reasons, and those being for some of the underwhelming B-sides. Not Shy as a title track is great and it's one of my favorite eras from Itzy, but the album itself felt just a little bit downgraded, especially after releases like Wanna Be before it. This album kinda felt like it was trying to recreate what Wanna Be and their previous releases had, but in my opinion, it ended up sounding a tad bit downgraded. However, one song that would have fitted with this release, would definitely be Wild Wild West, as it fits in with their cowboy concept, which leads me to the next album. Though I have placed it low, I don't really think Guess Who Is That Bad solely because of the title track. This album is really enjoyable. However, the reason I have placed it at number 5, is that yes, most of my favorite Itzy songs are from this album like Sorry Not Sorry and Shoot, but there are too many songs that seem really out of place. For example, Tennis would have suited Checkmate, and Wild Wild West should have been added to the Not Shy album. In conclusion, this is an amazing album, but some songs should have been included in different album releases.
I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance.
Another album whose hate train I don't understand, though Wanna Be is not my favorite era from Itzy. After a few listens, It's Me is not as terrible as people make it out to be. I will never understand K-tube's hate boner for this album. This is probably an unpopular take, but songs like I Don't Wanna Dance, and That's a No-No, could rival the title track and could have been as popular. The only gripe I have about this album is the cover. I don't really like the design, plus every time I try to find a decent picture, the quality sucks, but besides that, while not a part of my top 3, it definitely is a fun listen. Itzy released a full album, and the first thing people did was shit on it rather than giving it a fighting chance. Next to my number 1 Itzy album, this variety of songs is amazing. It's like a candy store, there is so many songs to choose from. For their first full album release, they did an amazing job. To me, Crazy in Love is a mix of both the old Itzy and the new Itzy. Boombox reminded me a lot of Dalla Dalla, and Swipe just reminded me of current Itzy. This album is always on repeat for me every day, and 20 is looped twice a day. I shouldn't be adding this album because it only has 2 songs, but whatever. Despite the obvious lack of songs, this album it's solid. 2 songs that both complement each other so well, like It's Not Even Funny. One, it is an amazing listen, and Dalla Dalla was both a powerful and memorable debut. This album was such an amazing way to introduce Itzy to the world, again, despite the lack of songs.
It's my summer. It's my summer.
I am a Itzy who hasn't moved on from the Icy era. When I look at this album I just go, now this is Itzy. If you can't tell by now, It's Summer is my all-time favorite release from this album. This era as a whole gives me a feel-good vibe and a sense of nostalgia when I listen to it. Every time I listen to songs from Itzy, it feels like the first listen. I wouldn't mind if Itzy did a comeback that was a carbon copy of this era because that's how much I love it. Well, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. If you did like it, then feel free to tell me your thoughts below, or how you would have ranked the albums. I love you all so much, and until next time, bye.